It is College Hoops Craziness, the Play Games version of March Madness, right here on the Play Space. Live tonight, Keith Avalone from Play Games. Welcome to our stream. Sam is producing as usual. Many thanks to Jules Sigel, who created the cards for this year's men's college basketball tournament that we are going to use tonight. So the plan is we're going to play a little bit of Highlight Maker Hoops, but the bulk of the stream after that will be a full playthrough of the NCAA tournament using the College Hoops Craziness instant results, the instant insanity grid that we posted yesterday as a blog post. It's got all the teams and it's got all the materials you need to have your own March Madness on your very own game table. So we'll play a game, Highlight Maker Hoops. We'll then conduct the rest of the tournament with the instant insanity tool. And then after the stream, we will, after the College Hoops thing is complete, we will briefly switch to baseball and give you a sneak peek at the 2023 baseball cards that we're going to be releasing next week at this time. So let's go ahead and go to the game table and get started with Highlight Maker Hoops. I wanted to do a play-in game, and I figured what better team than our own Colorado, the Buffs, taking on Boise State. We actually played both of these teams in Vegas, full play, when Jewel and Steve Carey and the gang were hanging out at Dice Tower West. They didn't play each other. They played in different games, but I'm familiar with both of these teams. And in real life, last night, Colorado won this game. But we're doing the whole tournament, so they'll have to win again. They don't earn anything from real life. They have to win their way in on our game table as well. So let's go ahead and get rolling with it. And where's my pencil? I think I'm fairly well set up here. We're going to make Colorado the home team for this, and I think we're ready to roll with this. Let's just get rolling. We have an unusual result to start the game. All right, 8. Trailing team, home team is tied. Okay, so they are tied. Active player is going to spark a rally, move one space. Did I roll doubles? No, I didn't. So it's a rally for the home team actually. So Colorado will get a rally, and we will leave Eddie Lampkin active. Not much of a rally. It's kind of weird to draw that first. Visitor player with defense spark. That is going to be a yes and underline. So that'll put Boise State right back in it with the big defensive play from Degenhart. And our next card, okay, they do have momentum. Does he have the net quality? He does not have the net quality. So Degenhart with a missed shot gives Colorado the chance to regain the momentum. It is a bump result. He does not have it. So both players are going to rotate. And a missed opportunity for Colorado. We are currently tied at 6-6. Visitor player with offense reach. That is a yes. He is going to score. So Omar Stanley with the big basket. And we have a ref look. Checking Simpson's going to go to the line for Colorado. 8 is going to be good. And 6 is going to be good. So 2 free throws for Simpson will give Colorado the lead. Rotate everybody, and we continue. They do not get momentum from a free throw. We're going to check the yes quality. Neither player has it, so that's just going to be a rotate. Missed shots on both ends of the court. And we roll on. Visitor player with offense spark. It's not. That's Roddy Anderson as defense sparks. That'll be he'll be called for traveling actually. And we rotate them both. And another unusual result, 2 in the same quarter. And this one will be the same thing we had last time, except this time I did roll doubles. So the trailing team, which is going to be the home team actually, is going to move 2 spaces. Active player Da Silva generates a rally, and the Buffs move ahead. Visitor player with defense skill. That's a no, so the home's going to score on that one. Da Silva with another basket. He's the hero of the first part of the first half. And a momentum check for push. He does not have it. let's switch around this way. That's a ref look. 2 shots for Stanley. 5 is a clank. And 6 is a make. All right, so this would be the halfway point of the first half. We use the quarter system because the timing and everything, the game mechanics work well that way. So in a pro game, this would be the end of the first quarter. In a college game, this is the end of the half of the first half, 10-minute mark of the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do a scoring check here. Let's make sure we have. Oh yeah, we definitely have all the spaces covered. It is 4-2 Colorado, which would translate to a. Let's see here. 0-1-2. 19-14. Add the free throws. It will be 21-15 Colorado right now. Halfway through the first half. A pretty high scoring half. All right. And another ref look. 2 shots for the visitor, Stanley. Oh, I gotta reset the scoring cap. Sorry, hang on. 2-7. I get it actually an extra 1. And 4-9. All right, now Stanley will take the free throws. Or I think I need to rotate them, don't I? Yes. Because neither scored on that last one. All right, so Agua takes the free throws. 7 is a clank. 8 is a make. So that ties them in free throws. And we're going to rotate them both. And here we go. Visitor player offense quick. Yes, he has it. It's underlined, 2 spaces. We'll draw them even. Simpson can't make the defensive play. Visitor player with offense reach. That's a no. So he's muscled out. Both are going to rotate. And visitor player of the defense smart. That is going to be a yes. And it's underlined, so 2 spaces for Boise State. And a coach error, first timeout. So timeout for Colorado as this game is beginning to slip away. Tad Boyle brings in Julian Hammond. And it's neutral. So nobody scores. We just rotate everybody. We continue on. Snag results between the active players. Neither of them have it. So we rotate them both. Arc results. There's no momentum. Both have it. It's going to go to the trailing team. That'll be Colorado. So Hadley hits the big 3-pointer to draw them within a couple of baskets. Ref look 2 shots, and it will be Hadley going to the line. 2 is a miss. 4 is a make. Rotate them both. And let's see here. Almost to halftime here. A grab result. They both have it. Goes to the visitor. That will go to hooping and scooping Roddy Anderson. Almost to their cap. Thanks to a couple of double underlined results. And a snag result. Neither of them have it, so we'll just rotate them both. And we get to halftime. And Boise State with a comfortable lead. Let's check and see what that lead is. 7-5. 36-31. Let's add the free throws. Colorado has a bit of an advantage there, 1-point advantage. So it's 38-34. 38-34 at the half. I'll do this. So 38, Boise State, 34, Colorado. So that would be, I guess we don't really need to, we'll track it. 23 and 13. So that's that second half of the first half. Boise State outscored the Buffs by 10. So it's 38-34 at the half. And we will go ahead and reset these lineups. I don't think really much resetting needs to happen. And we'll leave Rice, the senior. I like having Lampkin on top. Let's reset the caps. Let's see, they are ahead, so they'll go to 12. And they are trailing, so they will go to 11. All right, Boise State will get the next coach result. Let's deal out the cards. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, here we go. Oops, I got to move my board there. See if the Buffs can get back in it. And we got a hoop cam pick. Neither. Oh, yes, Lampkin has it. That will. He picks it off the glass, right between the eyes, in for the basket for Colorado. And a ref look. We're checking. Oh, Stanley's going to get flagged for the foul. Lampkin goes to the line. He makes one. He makes them both. So let's rotate them. And that will, I believe, draw Colorado mostly even. No momentum because of free throws. Checking for the grab quality, and Degenhart grabs it, pulls it down, dishes off coast to coast, and scores for Boise State. Get a little bit more of a margin there. And a coach result. All right, Boise State calling timeout. We're going to bring in Whiting. Here's the result. 7 is going to be energized, so they will score again. Whiting State, Jace Whiting makes the move, comes in and sparks Boise State. And again, right back to Tad Boyle. He says going to make a move himself. Brings in O'Brien. And they are energized, so they score. Tit for tat. And we continue. Visitor player with offense power, yes, scores. So they are definitely asserting themselves. And a tip result. Neither player has the tip result, so we're just going to rotate them. The backdoor shot is missed on both ends of the court. Home player with offense power, no, boxed out. Simpson's boxed out by Agbo. He could have used that basket. And a coach for timeout for Boise State. And it's a deliberate place. We're going to discard the next fast action card. Martin comes in, and so this will be the end of the segment. Halfway through the second half, let's see if Martin scores. 3, he does not. So a TV timeout. And we reset, and let's check the score. Let's see. So Tad Boyle will get the next time out. It is 10-7, really? But Colorado does have the advantage in free throws. So it's 52-42. Make that 54 for Boise State, and 42 plus 5 is 47. So it's 54-47, 7-point lead for Boise State. All right, here's the deciding final 10 fast action cards. Colorado down by 7. We're going to have to make a big move here. But I like having Lampkin on top. He's the man to make it happen. I'm going to shuffle these once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Let's reset the caps. 10 to 15. And 7 to 13. So it's going to have to be a big rally for the Buffs to pull this one out. But I've seen it before. And they do have the advantage of free throws. Here we go. Home player with offense reach. That is a yes. Lampkin scores. The big junior. Visitor player defense quick. That's a no. Lampkin's going to score again. And all of a sudden, the Buffs are back within striking distance. Visitor player offense skill. That is a no. Double dribble on Stanley. We have to move Lampkin out of the top space. Ref look. Oh, it's an and one. They're both the same. That's going to be Hammond. Look at this. The Buffs take the lead. 11. Made the free throw. So let's move them both to the bottom here. Let's check the score. We've only got, let me count how many fast action cards we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5. We have 5 cards left in the game. Colorado, it's tied 10-10, but Colorado has the advantage in free throws by 4. So they're leading by 4. It is 64-60 right now. And an unusual result. 8. Ooh, the trailing team. That would be the home team if tied. That would be Colorado, rather Boise State trailing. So they're going to move up 1, and Degenhart will stay on top. Visitor player defense, Smart does not have it. Home's going to score. Buffs score. O'Brien. Get 3 facts left. And it's a momentum. Does he have the pick quality? He does not. So we flip it this way. It's a ref look. 2 shots for the home. Okay, so sometimes this does work out that way. 2 shots for O'Brien. 7. He makes. Oh, he clanks the first one. Clanks them both. Oh man, missed both shots, leaving the door open for Boise State with 3 fast action cards left. Checking for the bump quality. Looks like that's going to be Martin, who jostles in the paint, drives for the hoop. Does Hadley deny it? He does not. Does not have the defensive skill to deny it. And Martin puts it in. 2 facts left. It's a leap quality. It looks like Simpson's going to make the leaping grab and slam it home. Last fast. Well, we might have one more if it's within 4. Visitor player offense, Smart does not have it. He throws it away. Let's check the score. It's 12-12. I think actually it is going to be within 4, isn't it? So we're tied at 12. 69-69. So 71-75. 75-71. Colorado. So we will do one more fast action card. They get to pick whoever they want to go on top. We'll have obviously have Lampkin and probably Stanley. And here's our card. Checking for the leap quality. Nobody has it. All right, so that will mean Colorado will hang on to win, or actually come back to win, 75-71. And that's how it works with Highlight Maker Hoops. So the Buffs pulled it out. Nice. The actual game was a lot lower scoring. I think it was 63-50. But we did see several double moves here and some trailing rallies. All right, I'm going to clear this off now and go to the instant results mode. Here it is. Put all this stuff back. Hope you enjoyed that. I did. Always nice to see the Buffs pull it out. I'll set this aside. And again, you can download all of the teams, all 68 teams, including the 4 play-in teams, from our blog post. Let's get the. All right, so this is the package that's also part of that blog post. There's the one link that will take you to Jules' teams, and it's a nice package. It's got some liner notes and all the teams and all the coaches and so on and so forth. This is the package that we have. It's we have all the teams rated with an instant results grade. This is very similar to what we did for the World Cup a couple of years ago, where we rated each nation based on sort of a letter grade based on their ability, their overall ability, and then you can get instant results and just do the whole World Cup in under a half an hour. So it's the same concept here. The first page has all the teams listed. First of all, on this side, which is not as useful because you have to hunt, but this lists all the teams from most powerful, Connecticut and Houston, to least powerful, Wagner being a D-. This is more useful. The teams are listed in alphabetical order, and you can. And this is an expanded listing. This is just sort of icing on the cake. This gives you their conference, their won-loss record, their adjusted winning percentage based on strength of schedule, and so on. So this is just a little extra thing that comes with it. Here's the grid. that we use. And is that on camera? I don't know that it really needs to be. This is really what needs to be. Okay. So, and you'll get these blank brackets, which also come with the Jules package, and this. All right. So I have filled all this out already. And we're just going to start rolling dice. Oh, I guess I needed to get my dice out, didn't I? Well, I'll use these dice over here. There we go. All right, and all I got to do is just circle the team that wins. We'll start with the South region, and we should be able to finish this in about a half an hour. All the way from 68 teams down to our national champion. So Houston AAA. So the favorite tournament grade is over here, and then we cross-reference that with the underdogs tournament grade. So AAA versus C- is in a win range of 11 to 61. Now, if you roll an 11 or a 61, it goes to overtime, and we roll a single die to see who wins. So that's going to be an easy win for Houston. We'll put Houston here, defeating Longwood. Nebraska B versus B-, 11 to 44 for Nebraska. And that's going to be an upset for Texas A&M. Well, a mild upset. Wisconsin and James Madison. Now, I know that really 43 is the key number. So if I roll under 43, the favorite's going to win. Otherwise, I'll look it up. So Wisconsin and James Madison. Ooh, that might be an upset for James Madison. A- versus B-, 11 to 46. Yes, James Madison upsets Wisconsin. All right, Duke and Vermont. That also could be an upset. Upsets galore. I should circle the upsets. A versus C+. 11 to 52. Yes, a close win, but an upset win for Vermont. Here's Texas Tech and North Carolina State. 65. Now I'm rolling nothing but higher than 44, right? That will be an upset win for mild upset for North Carolina State. They're very similar, actually. Kentucky and Oakland, and that's a big win for Kentucky. And we already played Colorado in Boise State, so Colorado will play Florida. It's B+ versus B. Colorado is actually the favorite, and they will get the win. Marquette versus Western Kentucky, and that's going to be an upset, I think. Marquette's going to get knocked off by Western Kentucky. Let me just check that. I'm sure it is. A- versus C, 11 to 52. Yes, 65. So we had a bunch of upsets. All right, second round. Houston and Texas A&M. That is going to be AAA for Houston. Oh, look at that 65. I'm rolling like a madman here. I think that's going to be an upset for Texas A&M. I don't even need to check. A versus B-. All right, James Madison versus Vermont. That will be James Madison winning. North Carolina State and Kentucky. That will be North Carolina State. And Colorado. Let's see if Colorado can continue. The B+ versus C. They're the favorites. And I don't think they're going to pull it off. B+ versus maybe. Yep, 11 to 51. It's going to go to overtime. All right, so in overtime, 1 or 2, the underdog wins. Or no, I'm sorry, 1 or 6, the underdog wins. Sorry. So Colorado, pulls it out in overtime and stays alive. All right, and then Texas A&M against James Madison. It's going to be B- versus B-. They're exactly equal, and that will go to. I guess I got to roll a die. Who's the underdog? Dot. It's going to be Texas A&M. So James Madison will advance. NC State against Colorado. Let's see. Let's check those grades. B- versus B+. So Colorado will have a slight advantage, and they will win. So Colorado advances against James Madison. Let's see if they can win. let's see. They are a B plus versus B minus. So they will be the favorite, thanks to the big upset of Wisconsin. And they pulled a big win for Colorado, so Colorado is going to go to the Final Four. Woohoo! All right, that's the South region. Colorado representing at B plus. Really, thanks to some upsets in the earlier rounds, they were helped. But nonetheless, all right, let's go to the Midwest region, and we'll just keep doing. We do have to do the play-in game between Montana State and Grambling State, and that will be Grambling State with the win. And let's see if Purdue can handle them easily. They should, and they do. So Purdue will win this. These two teams are pretty equal, TCU and Utah State, and that will be TCU pulling out the win. Not really pulling it out, fairly handily. The further away from the win range number, the bigger the margin of victory. So with a win range of 11 to 44, you roll a 21, and you're going to count that. You're going to figure that's like a 15-point win. I was trying to put together like a score. It would be possible, I think, to create a score generator based on the margin of the dice roll compared to the range, but I didn't have time to do that. One day I will do that, though, so you'll get a final score for these games. But right now we're just getting the winners. Gonzaga against, or is it Gonzaga? I think it's Gonzaga is the way you pronounce it. Against McNeese State. And Gonzaga will win the Zags. Kansas against Samford. Kansas will win. South Carolina and Oregon are both B minus, so we'll say South Carolina is the favorite, and they will win. Creighton against Akron. Creighton with the favorite, and Akron's going to get the upset. First upset of the bracket. All right, with Colorado State and Virginia, we have to do the play-in game here. Colorado is the slight favorite, Colorado State, and it looks like Virginia will win that. And they play Texas, the Longhorns, B plus versus B minus, and that will be an upset for Virginia. So Virginia will knock off the Horns. Second upset of the bracket. Tennessee and St. Peter's. Oh, 65. That's going to be an upset for St. Peter's. Let's see. Tennessee A. I'm just going to check that, though. A plus versus C. Yeah, 11 to 55. And I rolled a 65. So an upset for St. Peter's. So we had 3 upsets so far. Purdue and TCU. That will be AAA versus B. And pretty easy win for Purdue. Gonzaga versus Kansas, B minus C plus. That'll be an easy win for Gonzaga. Blowout win. Akron, the Cinderella against South Carolina. South Carolina is the favorite, and they will win. So that was a quick ending. Midnight struck quickly. And 2 upset winners, Virginia and St. Peter's. One of them is going to advance. B versus C minus. That'll be St. Peter's. So St. Peter's is our Cinderella story here. Purdue and Gonzaga. AAA versus A minus. Oh, that's actually pretty close. 11 to 51. 15. Big win for Purdue. Boy, they've had no trouble this bracket. Here's South Carolina. B minus versus C minus. And that will be 11 to 46. 62. Upset win for St. Peter's. So that's 3 upsets in a row. Can they knock off the giant, the Goliath? Purdue's a AAA. St. Peter's is a C minus. 11 to 61. It is a Purdue win. 65! Oh my gosh! Wow. Well, you saw it. St. Peter's on a roll. So they will upset their way into the Final Four. We go to the West region. Funny things happen with the dice. North Carolina against Wagner. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to do the play-in game. So Howard and Wagner. That will be Wagner advancing. North Carolina wins pretty handily. Mississippi State against Michigan State. No, that's going to be a win for an upset win for Mississippi State. Let me just check it. A minus versus B. 11-45. Yeah, that is a win for Mississippi State. St. Mary's and Grand Canyon, both very similar. Oh, big win for St. Mary's. That's right. We have to. That's overtime, isn't it? I'm sorry. 11 would be an overtime win. I penciled them in too soon. They are the favorites, so Grand Canyon's going to win on a 1 or a 6, and I can write them back in here. They survive in overtime. Alabama and Charleston. That's an easy win for Alabama. Clemson and New Mexico very closely rated. Actually, New Mexico with an 11 seed, they're have a better rating. 12, that will be New Mexico advancing. Baylor and Colgate. That, I think, might be Colgate. Let me just check. A minus versus C. No, that is going to be, we're going to go to overtime. So Colgate pushes Baylor to overtime and wins. There's an upset. And Dayton versus Nevada, both rated B. Big win. Oh, that goes to overtime, doesn't it? We'll say Dayton is the home team, or Dayton is the favorite, and Nevada wins. I say we'll say they're the favorite because they have both the same grade. Arizona and Long Beach State to close out this round, the first round. AA for Arizona. Long Beach State is C minus. That will be 11-56 for Arizona, and they get the win. So one upset. Well, I guess two upsets. Mississippi State. And here we go. North Carolina, Mississippi State. A versus B. And that's going to be an upset, another upset for Mississippi State. St. Mary's against Alabama, B minus versus C plus. 51. Let's just check that. B minus versus C plus, 11-44. So that will be a win for the underdog, St. Mary's. New Mexico and Colgate. B plus versus C. 11-51. Another upset, 64. I'm rolling for the underdogs tonight. Colgate. So we have 3 upsets. And Nevada versus Long Beach, Nevada versus Arizona, B versus AA, and that'll be an easy win for Arizona. All right, almost to the championship game. Mississippi State, B versus St. Mary's, B plus. That will be a win for St. Mary's. Colgate and Arizona. This should be a heavily favored Arizona squad, the Wildcats. AA versus C. Let's just check and see what it is. 11-54. 11-54. 25. Arizona. And we're going to have a similar range for the championship game of the bracket. St. Mary's with a B plus though, so they're not horrible. AA versus B plus is 11-51 for Arizona. 63 St. Mary's in an upset. All right, so we've got 2 Cinderellas headed to the Final Four. I guess really 3 if you count Colorado. And 1 more to go. Where's my other one? It's the East region. And here we go. Connecticut versus Stetson. Easy win for Connecticut. Florida Atlantic and Northwestern. That will be a mild upset for Northwestern. San Diego State and UAB. San Diego State is the favorite at B plus. 11-46, 22. So San Diego State. Auburn and Yale, AA versus C+. That's 11-54 for Auburn. And there's our upset, 62. Yale. Duquesne and BYU, A- versus C+. 11-51 for BYU. And they get it. I should be marking these upsets, shouldn't I? We've only had one. Let's see. Illinois and Morehead State. 11-53 for Illinois. And they get it. Washington State and Drake had the same rating, so that's an easy win. Oh, I guess I needed. It's going to go to overtime. All right, so we will say we have to decide who's the favorite. We'll say Washington State is the favorite, and they will get it. Iowa State and South Dakota State, AA versus C, 11-55, and an easy win for Iowa State. All right, Connecticut and Northwestern, AAA versus B-. That's going to be 11-54 for Connecticut. 55, look at that. Upset. I'm just going to double check that. Yep. That is barely a win, but a win nonetheless. Connecticut is out. San Diego State and Yale, C+ versus C+. They're both the same, and that'll be a win. I have to. That's right. So let's say San Diego State is the favorite, and they will get the win. BYU and Illinois, A versus A-. So that is going to be 11-44 for Illinois. And they get it. And then Washington State and Iowa State, that's AA versus B-. 11-53 for Iowa State. And they get it. That's going to set up a big showdown between Illinois and Iowa State. Northwestern and San Diego State will be B- versus B+, right? Yes, B- versus B+. So San Diego State has a mild advantage, and they're going to get it. And here's the big game, Illinois and Iowa State, A versus AA. 11-45 will be an Iowa State win, and they get it. And in the bracket championship, AA versus B+. 11-51 for Iowa State. And there it is, Iowa State. So there's our final four. Iowa State, Colorado, and St. Mary's and St. Peter's. St. Mary's is what? St. Mary's is a B+. We have two Catholic schools. St. Peter's, let's see, where's St. Peter's? C-. All right, so I'm not sure how they would match these up. Probably they would seed them, wouldn't they? So the top seed would play the low seed, I think. So that would be St. Peter's taking on Iowa State, and Colorado playing St. Mary's. So let's do St. Peter's, and let me just make that bracket here. So it'd be St. Peter's versus Iowa State, and then Colorado versus St. Mary's. All right. So let's go ahead and get our final four. St. Peter's is, what did I say? St. Peter's is C- versus AA. So a prohibitive favorite. Are they preset? Okay, well, who would play who? Oh, okay. I'm fine with that. So East versus West? All right, so that would make it St. Mary's versus Iowa State. So that works better. That's fine. Whoever posted that, thank you for mentioning that. All right, so St. Mary's, Iowa State, AA versus B plus. They may have more of a challenge than they would like. 11-51 will be the win range for Iowa State. It'd be fun to play this one with Highlight Maker hoops if we had the time. But we don't have them printed, so here we go. 11-51, 64 upset win for St. Mary's. And then B plus and C minus. B plus and C minus 11-52 for Colorado. 55, St. Peter's. So we have an all-Catholic school championship game. I'm assuming they're Catholic school. St. Peter's versus St. Mary's. Wow. So B plus versus C minus. B plus versus C minus. 11-52 for St. Mary's. I think I want to play this out myself with Highlight Maker. And that will be an upset win for St. Peter's. They will be our Cinderella NCAA tournament champion. What was their record? I've got it here. So they were they played in the MAAC. They were 19-13, ranked 187th, but got on a roll. I've seen several replays, using this tool, and nobody has come close to this. I don't know. The dice are weighted or something. But there you go. That is our college. That's why they call it craziness, because you just never know what happens. So what will really be funny is if 2 weeks from now it's one of these teams in the title game. That'll be super funny. Okay, let's talk about baseball. Thanks for watching that. And again, this is you can find these materials on our website PLAAY.com. There's a blog post called Basketball Bonanza, and it's got links for both the teams, the Highlight Maker teams, and also the instant results grid. So there we go. Yes, get that wire out of the way. All right, let's go to baseball briefly, and then we'll wrap this thing up. So we will release the MLB sets, our 2023 pro season sets. So there will be 2 sets this year, and we'll do that a week from today, next Friday, basically. But we'll do a stream on Thursday and show off the sets, and then we'll make them live. So we have 2 sets this year. We have been tinkering around with different ideas. We like to try different ideas. So the first set, let's talk about the classic set first. We have a classic set and a color set. The classic set, yeah. Well, I think the table cam would be good for this. Let's go to the table cam. So this is the. Is this centered properly? Okay. Let me get a sip of my carbonated beverage. So this is the standard set, the black and white set that we always release. But it is clearly, I think, the best standard set we've ever made. First of all, it's the biggest set we ever made. It has 1,259 players in it. About 40 per team on average. Many teams have more than that. This is the cover sheet, the classic edition. We have the typical standard intro with the universal results, and then we have our suggested batting orders, and then we updated the look of the referees. We're going to use the referees for both the color and the referees. The umpire. I'm thinking basketball. The umpire cards. So we have the umpire cards have been freshened up a little bit for the 2023 set, and here are the cards. Look similar, but if you look closely, I wish I could get this a little closer. You can see some differences. I'm afraid it's going to be jiggling if I do this, but set it back down. We'll just give you a little bit of a closer look at these cards. I guess you can leave the cam down, can't you? All right. I mean, they're essentially the same, the same presentation, but we've spiffed it up a little bit. You'll notice that instead of having abbreviated positions, it now says outfielder, infielder, second base. I made an executive decision and made all outfielders, center fielders, left fielders, so that you have a little more flexibility. I mean, if you want to find out who played in left field, if that's important, you can find that information out. But I mean, I think if you know that information, you don't need it to say right field. If you don't know that information, I don't know that you really care that much about it. So the positions are now spelled out instead of just abbreviated. We have a little abbreviation in the corner which indicates the 3-letter code that MLB uses for each team. I did make one change. Arizona, they use ARI. I think ARZ is more appropriate. So I just decided to go with ARZ. Where are they? Let's look at them, as a matter of fact, because they're going to be a good example of some of the other differences. There we go. All right, so we have the team abbreviation. Also, the cards are numbered. Each card is given a number, so that sometimes is helpful in knowing if you're missing a card. And what else is different? I think the main difference is we have added the player movement symbols that we have used in the in-season sets, so that you can. There are cards that are duplicate cards in this set for players that move from team to team. We gave them a card for each team. But in the past, we've included a trade guide which lists those players, and then you go through them and you remove and add. So this year we decided to go ahead and put the symbols right on the card. So, like for example, Jace Peterson, he's got the little clover symbol, which means he joined the team later. All right, I don't know if you can see that. You can see there's get the little clover symbol. When it says that means that he joined the team late and played at the end of the season. Players who left the team are given a different symbol. It's like a little burst symbol. Let me see if I can find one here. Looking. Wouldn't you know I can't find one now? Well, there's one. Mike Moustakas for the Rockies. You can see he's got the little burst symbol. So he left the team. He was traded. He started the season with the team and then was traded, or released, as the case may be. For the individual player. So the bottom line is you can separate these cards, and then if you want to play with the beginning of the season rosters, you just take out all of the clover players and just make a stack and set them aside. If you want to play with the end of the season rosters, the pennant races, then you do the reverse. You keep the clover players and you remove the burst players. There also, parenthetically, there are a couple of players who actually play for 3 teams, and they made stops at 3 different major league destinations, and there's like 6 of them, and we gave those players a telephone symbol. It's like, give me a call. Where am I playing this week? And you can use them however you want. I mean, I don't know how you want to use those guys. Most of them didn't really contribute a lot, but they are in here. It speaks to the scope and the extent that Travis went to really make these teams very, very thorough. Travis Jansen, of course, is the data scraper for these sets, and did really an excellent job of collecting and sorting this data for us. So that is the classic set, and it's quite the package. And yeah, I don't know if you can see it's a pretty thick stack. It's 70 sheets of cardstock. There's 1,269 players in this set, so you'll have your hands full. If you want to do an in-depth season replay, that's your set. We also decided to do a color set this year. This is our XL Color Edition. And we've got a lot of great feedback on the Cooperstown cards. So these cards are in the Cooperstown size and obviously not the same style, but it's a trading card style. They're designed to look like trading cards. So they've got bold colors. We have the team colors in the names and cities. We have colors for the background that are designed to be complementary and to give the set balance in terms of visual appeal. So I'll just cycle through these. There's exactly 24 players. It's really is an express set. In the past, we've done express sets, smaller cards. This year, we thought, well, let's try something different. Let's do an express set with bigger cards. So that's what we've done here. I'm just going to cycle through these. Here's Boston, so you can just see all the different teams. This won't take that long, although there are 80 sheets here. There's Chicago, the White Sox. There's the Guardians, Cleveland. There's Detroit. There's Houston. There's Shohei Ohtani with the Angels. There's the Twins. There's the Yankees. The A's. There's the Mariners. There's the Rays and the Rangers. So you see, the teams are designed to look different, so that you can, you don't have two teams. I will say, we did the set actually with actual authentic team colors, right down to the hex code, and so they were the actual colors. And Sam and I kind of looked at each other like, blah. It looked pretty blah. And when you think about it, I think MLB is pretty. They're pretty conservative. The colors are not necessarily designed to be flashy and bold. It made for a set that it just looked kind of blah. So we went with the trading card approach to really make these teams pop, and I think they'll look great on your tabletop, and you'll enjoy playing them. There's Arizona, there's Atlanta, there's Chicago, the Cubs, there's the Reds, the Rockies, the Dodgers. There's the Marlins, the Brewers, Mets. There's your Phillies. I guess there's the Pirates, Padres, Giants, Cardinals, Nationals. Those are all the teams. All right, so they're full-size trading card size cards, and I think will be super fun to play with. This is an express set. I just want to make it clear. There are 24 players per team in this set. There are 40-something players per team in this set. So this is for people who want to do like a full season as-played replay or whatever. This is for people who want to just, let's do a tournament. Let's play this game with my my nephew who I want to get interested in tabletop baseball games. Super fun, super accessible. So that's the rationale for these two sets. We wanted to make them distinctly different, and I think they're both really excellent products. We're super excited about them. So those will be available next week. We will be spending much of next week printing these. If you have any questions or comments, just let us know. Click the contact link at PLAAY.com or just shoot us an email, info@PLAAY.com. Next Thursday, as I said, opening day for the major leagues and also the release date for our baseball sets. So we will have a special baseball-themed stream next Thursday night. I'll be honest, I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but we will do something baseball-themed connected with these sets. And also, program alerts. Next week will be another double stream week. We will be posting the new 2024 Interprovincial Canadian Football Conference team cards and materials. Lenny LaFrance has been working like a crazy man getting those ready, and the league is just about ready to kick off their 14th season. Our very own Canadian Pro Football League. And they got, again, a full roster of coaches, 10 teams going at it. It should be pretty exciting. We're going to stream the season opener between the Vancouver Cougars and the Halifax Schooners. We'll play that game with Cold Snap Express, and we've not decided. It could be. We're thinking maybe Tuesday night. Might be Friday night, possibly Tuesday night. We'll let you know. Just so stay tuned. But we will have both Canadian football next week and baseball here in the play space. So that's it. Hope you had a good time with us, and it was fun, playing some basketball and showing off the baseball teams, and now looking forward to a great weekend. Sam is headed off to Boston for PAX East, the big board and video game convention. How many people are at that? Do you say 30,000? There's like 100,000 people at this convention, so Sam's going to scope that out and see how play might fit in. And he'll be back Monday, so we won't be streaming Monday, but we will be streaming possibly Tuesday, but definitely twice next week. And I hope you have an exciting weekend as well. If you're traveling, stay safe. If you're at home, just relax, enjoy your family and friends, enjoy some downtime, and just know we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you being part of our community and playing our games. Thank you so much for that. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to us. Otherwise, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week twice here in the Play Space Live.